Stop.
And then her boyfriend broke up.
No.
He was just always there. So, yeah.
That's a smart guy.
Just
shoot your shot.
You
hang around.
Yeah, but he was like really like just a friend, and then they just so happened to go to the same church.
I think I'll be here. You be there.
I'll be here.
And you be there.
I'm gonna have to put my leg.
There it is.
Both of you guys. We seem so far away. Look at this one.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Well,
we did it.
Not scooted.
No, we're good.
No, because you're not like you have to lean up. Oh,
yeah. But I like to do this.
That's a wave to people. I've known her since
snake
elementary school.
It's when you have a snake. What we do.
Do I look okay? I look like Dr. Boyce Watkins.
More like this. So it's like.
We kind of got a little bit more up, yeah. Because it looked like it was in our noses.
But then we'll cut you off.
It's okay. Because I haven't shaved in a while, and it's kind of.
You don't want that to shave.
I almost wore a baseball cap.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, but I know it's there, so it just bothers me.
I see lotion.
No, stop. Wait, what?
Did
you get self-conscious?
I know.
I did. I
Wait,
totally
is
did.
watching? Wait, we're live already?
Yeah.
Oh.
So who else do you guys want to talk about while we're live?
Talk about toes.
2 L's and 10 toes. Lily Tran. Back in the house. High five and welcome. Welcome back.
Thank you.
To Ashley's crib. And once again with the lovely Ashley. Say hello.
Hi.
You know, you're not doing it like you used
I'm
to
a little
do.
tired. I'm like, hi. Is that better?
No.
Hi.
It's just like, hi.
Hey.
That's not
better?
it either. No.
Okay, I give up. I give
I
up.
mean, I literally said hi, and then you said hey. No.
Hi.
There it is.
Okay.
God. And I am KJ from OC.
Awesome.
And this is my podcast via video. Oh, I need to wave to people so they feel acknowledged.
Hey, is this something new?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks different.
Because this hasn't happened in the last month because we did this last month, right? Yeah. And it didn't happen back then. So this is totally new. And it actually probably helped people stay and kind of watch and not kind of scroll past. It's like, hey, they're watching you, watch them. So it's like, oh, maybe I'll stay and watch.
Is it going to disappear or is it just like that?
It'll probably disappear.
It'll
Maybe it's more people coming in kind of watch. Oh, now it's back down to 1. Oh, son of a bee. Anyway, so welcome back to the podcast. And if you do ever want to join the podcast, join in the conversations, you can find me on Facebook at Kingston John Man. Send me a friend request or send me a direct message, or you can just follow me on Twitter at KJ from OC because my Facebook posts are updated through Twitter. And you can also follow me on Instagram, KJ from OC on there. And also my Facebook page, my other Facebook page, the actual group page or page, the podcast page, KJ from OC podcast. Oh, hi, Amy Lou Smith. Wave to you. We went to high school together. I went to high school with everybody. And so that's what's going on. We got some topics this week. I've seen some videos and I saw some things and I was like, hello, Christina Harris. That's Tyrone's wife. I saw some videos recently and I thought I would share them, not only with the Facebook world, but also with Lily and Ashley, and we would talk about them because I thought, it'd kind of be good to share some ideas about these things, and because we talk about dating a lot and all that kind of stuff, so I thought it'd be good to kind of talk about these things and see what their perspectives are, see what my perspectives are, personal experiences, what triggered me, which is why I posted it in the first place.
Of course. Then I got triggered.
You got triggered too? We all got triggered.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to try to play a video first, which is from a guy named Jay Shetty. He's an Indian dude. I believe he's Indian. If he's not Indian, I feel like an asshole. Because if he's like from, I don't know. Yeah, then I'm going to feel like a jerk. But I hear an Indian accent.
Yeah, he could be Armenian or...
No, I think
like he speaks Farsi too. But
Farsi? That's Hindi.
Persian.
Indians speak Hindi.
The Farsi would be Persian.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like he looked like he's.
That's Cam. That's Cam's people.
That's why I said he looks like he speaks Farsi.
Oh, like he's Persian or Iranian.
Just from the way his accent was, that's why it sounded like.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So.
Well, I should say he sound like, not look like, but he sound like.
But
you know how it is.
Oh wait, shit!
You scroll through.
Hold on, we're not ready for you yet, girl.
Okay.
We're going backwards for a quick second. So I saw this video the other day, and I thought it was actually a really good one. I actually hit love on the Jay Shetty page for this video. I saw it, and it seemed really true or held true for not just gals, because obviously it's a gal whose voice you heard, so she's like the main character in the video. But then I also thought about guys, and it deals with online dating and kind of how when you get rejected online, which is the name of it, when you keep getting rejected online, how you respond internally and maybe even externally as you talk to your friends about things and you say, this didn't work out or this did work out, and kind of like you define yourself based on what did and what didn't work out. It's like you're not confined in a box of online dating and what worked and what didn't work, So I'm going to show you guys this video, and then we're going to talk about it. And hopefully it stays connected, because I know last time it kind of cut off, but we'll see what happens. And I'm going to watch this, and we're all going to watch together. And here we go.
You know how it is. You scroll through hundreds to find the one, and that's what I'm doing. I believe it will happen, and I start conversations with some of them, but they don't work out. Then there's this guy. He looks good, sounds normal, and we both swipe right, and I'm like, yes! Next thing you know, we're messaging every day. We were messaging in the morning, when I was at the gym, and all night. He made me feel great. Then we decided to meet. I was so excited. Got my hair done, my nails done, and I went to the restaurant, and I waited, and waited, and waited. He never showed. I was trying to figure out where he went. I kept checking messages and refreshing. I was trying to figure out why he wouldn't show up. What was wrong with me? And that's why I'm sitting here with you. I don't know what's wrong with me. Am I not skinny enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I not smart enough? Do I not have a cool enough job? I mean, I just don't understand. Why would he ghost me?
It's interesting how we end up putting all these thoughts in our head. If we're always looking to get our recognition and our validation externally, we're always going to end up disappointed. How is it that just because this one guy didn't turn up, you're now questioning everything about yourself? And we do it so often. You start to question whether you're funny, whether you're interesting, whether you're attractive, when you've worked so hard on what matters to you. And that's why we need to start by recognizing what values we have and what really matters to us, rather than let the perceptions of one or another person affect everything that we've worked on.
Hey, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but if you would ever go on a date with me, I would sure.
Come on.
For sure. My name's Jason.
Jillian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, that's cute, right? Finally. Okay.
That guy is cute.
Okay, so now let's talk about the guy. Oh my god, the guy was cute.
It's okay. His eyes.
His eyes. That's not like me.
So, ladies, I'm gonna let you guys talk first. You saw the video. What were your thoughts?
I think, okay, for me, like, my frustration would be, like, it's because they've been talking, right? And everything is going well, and I think that's the part that's, like, you're confused because everything is going well, and, like, we had great conversations and everything, and, like, what happened? If it was just, like, it was just kind of like a blind date, and, like, we've never met before, and then you get stood up or whatever, then that would be different. But it's because we've been talking consistently, but what's interesting to me is that the questions that she asked, like, okay, am I not beautiful enough? Like, am I too skinny and whatever? But it's like they've never even met in person. But yet she's coming up with all of these questions where it's like, it doesn't even apply, right? Because he hasn't even seen you.
Right.
So It's just very interesting.
Well, through the apps, Bumble and not Snapchat.
Like pictures.
Yeah.
Tinder
Yeah.
and like all of that, and the whole swipe left and right thing.
You can see some things, but I guess, I don't know. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. All right. It is kind of like out of nowhere, like,
Out of nowhere.
what the hell happened? All right. What about you?
I actually don't have much to say, but I agree. I agree on that only because I think our identities sometimes get rooted in who we are physically rather than internally. And that is the issue, because when we're so wrapped up on what we look like and how we're dressed or how, our face is or how our hair is or how our clothes are, that we don't understand that it's not about that. It's about something a little bit deeper. But the problem is we take it personal when someone else doesn't find us attractive, or somebody else didn't call, somebody didn't show up, and it's like, no, that's a personal issue with that person, not with you. And but we're like,
Hard to separate that.
Yeah, we can't separate it, because it's like we're trying to do some correlation here, and that's like not even what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So
and it's unanswered questions, and I think that's where the brain kind of goes, and it's just to get our closure.
A lot of the
we
why.
come up with our own answers, even though we know that they're irrational, they don't make sense. But it's better to know and then get closure to move on than to be stuck with the unknown. So we just
They're laughing because they have their own thing going on over here, and I'm just in the corner, unaware of what they're really talking about.
Well, it totally apart.
one of my clients said something really well. She said,
You guys are funny.
she said rejection is God's protection. And
It's not true.
and I thought that was so cool.
Okay.
Only because, and that's the thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's a rejection. That just means like, hey, that person just had a personal issue, and I mean, I liked what she said, but however, we have to, put it in the right category. And for this one, the category would be, that was a personal issue on that person's behalf. That wasn't a rejection, that was just a, hey, that person wasn't for you. Because if he was, or if she was, they would have actually showed up. They would have sat and had that dinner. And they would have evaluated whether or not they wanted to have another dinner.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant like every rejection is God's protection.
No.
Okay. Yeah, in that situation, absolutely agree 100%, because that person's not respecting your time. I actually was just trying to hang out with a friend of mine a couple weeks ago who just like fell asleep, and I was like, are you going to wake up and hang out? Got no response until the very next day, and then we were supposed to hang out again a couple weeks later, and I said, that's not true. I don't know what I said. Anyway.
What's the male mentality? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Did you read it? I actually can't see it.
But yeah, we were supposed to hang out like a couple weeks after that, and she forgot again. And just like, you know what? This obviously isn't about me not being a good enough person or me not being available. This person is not available. This person is not either interested or not available or whatever it was. And so I was just like, you know what? You got to move on.
Drop it.
Yeah, you just got to move on.
Yeah.
And we're going to say hi to
I don't know what
Muriel.
the other one said. Could you read it if you don't mind?
It says, Amy says, I am terrible for this topic. I have more of a male mentality towards stuff like this.
So what would
LOL, you said that's not true.
In what way?
male mentality? Yeah.
Yeah, so Amy, if you want to continue writing, if you're still watching, and you want to continue writing and actually tell us what you were thinking, we can totally read it for you, or read it on the show if you don't mind. If you do mind, then don't write it, because if you send it, I'll read it. I thought that was funny.
If you send it, I'll read it.
But one of the things I thought that was so interesting is just, that we look for validation a lot, just like Jay said, right? We look for validation almost like in other things, and I can't tell you how many times, because I wouldn't know, right? But I'm sure there's thousands upon maybe even millions of Instagram photos, Facebook photos that have been posted, didn't get enough likes, and then got taken down by the person who posted it. Because it's like, I need that validation right now, and if you don't give it to me, I'm going to find it somewhere else. Or I'm going to take off an article of clothing until I get it.
Yep.
And I don't think it's just women, and I don't want to say it's just women. I'm sure guys do the same thing. I know.
Pics and like, gym stuff.
Yep. And we're going to say hi to Fab. That's the homie. I've removed stuff before because it didn't get any attention. Now, granted, I also have a podcast page, so much of what I post is about getting the attention because I'm going to use it for the show or possibly use it for the show. So if it doesn't get any attention, it's like, well, that's just a waste of space. So we're going to move on from that. And go from there. But I think even before I ever had a podcast page, there were things where I thought were funny, and then no one responded, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to delete this, and I'll post it again some other time when people are paying attention, because I was looking for that validation.
Right.
And that's dangerous, because if you're leaving your validation in the hands of other people that probably don't know you very well, because hopefully the ones who do know you are validating you, because that's just the loving relationship that you guys have built, hopefully, unless you guys are all assholes. But but basically, yeah, if you're not getting that validation from your relationships already, then now you're leaving it basically in the hands of strangers. And that's stranger danger. And you're not going to get that fulfilled. Oh, Amy. She says, if a man didn't show up to a date, I would not question myself at all, okay? My first thought would be, what a jerk. Good. Or he has a girlfriend. It's probably true, too, especially online dating world. Probably make a friend at the restaurant and move on. Most men's... Oh, I had to hit see more. She said, most men, if stood up with Gussie up to a bar and find someone else to talk to, or maybe just go up to a bar. I can't tell what she meant.
Would not with what?
If most men have stood up with Gussie up to a bar. I don't know what Gussie means. Up to a bar and find someone else to talk to. I'm not saying women who sit there and question themselves are wrong, by the way. Oh, would not with. Okay.
Yeah.
She meant going up to the bar.
Oh, okay. Right on. So, yeah.
Well, I don't think that's a male mentality. I think that's a female who's secure in who she is and understands that a man is not the person. That individual is not going to define what's going on with me personally or internally. So I don't, I agree with that. That's not a disagreement. That's just saying I don't know if that's a male mentality more so than a maturity and secure mentality.
Yeah, because at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs is what?
Yep.
The Rock. No, self-actualization, right? So, Hova. No, so yeah, and if you're up there and you kind of just realize who you are and it's not defined by who everyone else thinks you are, then don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, and granted, you are a little pissed off, and you're going to take it slightly personal. Not personal in the sense where I need to dig internally about all the shit that's wrong with me, but I'm just saying, like, we dig, you're going to dig a little bit like, wow, that was inconsiderate. Wow, you could have shot me a text message.
Yep.
Like, wow, or could have called me and said, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. I think that's where you would dig first, instead of digging more about, like, oh, my hair wasn't right.
Yeah.
Oh, my makeup. Oh, my legs. Oh, my breasts. Like, instead of digging in that area. Yeah. But some people are superficial and very shallow, and that's all they feel like they have going for them.
Or insecure, and they don't know who they are yet.
Yeah.
They haven't really reached that. I don't want to say self-actualization again, because that is kind of like a hard thing to reach, but they just don't really know who they are.
Differentiation and identity and discovering, what do I like? What do I not like? What is it about me that I don't know yet that I'm just allowing other people to kind of define for me? Yeah.
One of the things I thought was really interesting about what she said, and I don't know if you guys can relate to this or friends of yours can relate to this, but when she said, is my job not cool enough? I've never
heard that one.
Now, that could have just been a random thing she threw out there as far as for the sake of the video, but have you ever met anyone or, like, thought, like, oh, people aren't going to like me because of my job? I mean, maybe me back when I was a bouncer, it's not exactly a desirable career for a woman who's like, oh, I'm looking for a guy, but I don't want to date a bouncer. Yeah, I guess that. But as far as any other jobs, have you ever heard that before?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I would think maybe just maybe it depends on the employment choice. If you work in a mortuary, I'm like, But even then, it's like they're not defined by their jobs. So I don't understand why that would. Yeah, I don't know why that would even come up. Or maybe she just threw it out there as an example.
Could be. Is there a job you wouldn't date someone that had? Sorry, I have ice in my mouth.
No, you're good. I think we went over this
a while back. We're gonna do it again. Is there a job somebody could have and you'd be like, I'm not dating somebody who does that for a living? And it doesn't just have to be stripper and whore, obviously, but anything else? Police officer, firefighter, military, because they're not going to be home or they're going to be PTSD a lot.
I think it's for me, it's more about the hours.
Okay.
You said, because that's going to be tough, if we can't see each other often because we have the opposite schedule. Or for me, it's just a turnoff if I know that if that person is not very serious about their job or is passionate about it, then for me, that's immediately like, it's not so much about it's more about, are you passionate about it?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do what you do? Because for me, it ties back into the morals and values, and for me, that's how I give them that respect, and all of that's important in a relationship. So it's more about that than the
so you date a bouncer?
Itself.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, ladies, I'm back in the saddle.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Okay, Jackie Nickerson says she wouldn't date somebody in retail. And then someone else said that she loved bouncers. Oh, I think it was Jackie said she loved bouncers. Well, we love you too, Jackie. And then Muriel said she wouldn't date somebody who worked at 7-Eleven. Huh? Muriel. That's probably racially based. I'm just kidding.
I have a very tough time, and I think it ties. This is really good with the moral aspect. For me, I have nothing against people who are highly sexually active. But if you are involved in the porn industry, that's a no-no for me, because I feel like that's literally going against everything that I actually believe. And that's what I said, and I want to just throw the disclaimer out there that does not mean that people who are in the porn industry are bad people. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying I know for me that wouldn't work.
Right.
That just wouldn't work for me, because then and it's not even about the image of what that looks like. It's just the morality of it and as a whole. You know?
It's over.
It's too much for me, and I'm secure, but I ain't that cool to deal with that.
Yeah.
Just being honest, I'm just not that cool to deal with that.
It also depends when you meet them too. Do you get to know them before you know their job, what they do for a living?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or if you see them what they're doing already, and immediately you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
I think it's time. For me, it's timing. It's chemistry. It's a lot more than just it's not black and white.
Yeah. But I think if you talk to I feel like if you talk to me, if we're talking, I think when it comes to stuff like that on that scale, I think that needs to be upfront. You need to be a little upfront about that, because that's something that impacts me as well. You know what I'm saying? Anything that impacts. I mean, because every relationship is going to impact the other person. You're good. You're fine. But every relationship impacts the other person. But I feel like when it's anything involving that, especially more morally, no, you're good. Especially morally, I feel like that impacts the other person.
Yeah.
And it's not about image. It's not about that. But the reality is that.
No, I'm trying to read that. Moody J. Michael.
Yeah, that's someone else. I thought you were trying to read my text messages.
Oh,
I should have turned them off before I went live, and I forgot.
Nah, King.
I was like, what is that line? You're so silly. But yeah, that's all I have to say. It's funny.
Yeah.
So, have you guys ever been in a situation where you started to question yourself because someone didn't come through, or they ghosted you, or anything like that? It's okay to be honest. I mean, I've online dated, whether you online dated or not, or it's like it's okay to be. Oh, hold on, it's like dating someone that works as an escort. Oh, yeah. That's people date a porn star and not someone who works at Target. That's why she's the best. That is Jackie. We've got the most views right now that we've ever had at one time, which I think is awesome. So let's keep going.
I think we've had more, but it was
at one time.
It was the one that got erased. That one was so good. Remember when you put the music in the background and then it got erased because you put the music? Oh. It was a good show too, because I was actually active and really talking. You've been in a situation where you got ghosted?
Yep.
Okay, you want to talk about it?
And everything was going well. It was good. We talked about everything. Talked about life. Talked about the present. Talked about the past. Talked about the future. And then all of a sudden, it's like, what happened?
Now, had you actually met them
In
before they ghosted? Oh, so even after meeting them?
Yeah, we're talking on the phone, text messages, and met up, and the date lasted for like, I swear it was like 6 hours. We took,
you guys hung out that long?
Yeah, we hung out for that long. Like dinner and walked around. And even at night, it was just like, thanks for a great date, blah, blah, blah. And then that's it. Next day, nothing else. Yeah.
Did he ever make a pass at you that was like, hey, do you want to go back to my house? And you're like, no.
No.
Nothing. Because I could see nothing I'm agreeing
But it was a hug and like, I had a great time and everything. And it was like, it was nice. And then the next day was just nothing.
Nothing ever again.
Yep.
Weird.
I know.
Oh,
it was just weird.
Patty Foster, my future wife. Hi, Patty. I love you.
Patty.
I know. The only blonde I would ever date. That's what it is. Love you, Patty.
Yeah. And initially, yes, I was like, oh my God, what's wrong? Like, what did I say? And it's just like analyzing everything, what happened during the date, and it's just like, maybe I should have said this, or maybe, he's thinking this, but it was like, at that point, it was like, does it matter anymore? It didn't matter. And didn't know him that well either, so that was after the first date. So
I mean, because you could almost say and do anything and everything right. It's just that person had an issue or some sort of disconnect with you that maybe wasn't, verbalized. Yeah. And they just felt as though, and granted, it could have been their own personal issues.
Yeah, but then that got me thinking, though, is that, so we walked around first, right, in the neighborhood, just getting to know each other and talking, and then after that, he's like, well, I want to grab dinner also. So he continued to initiate. But at the same time, it's like, at any point, maybe it was like, during dinner, or maybe the last 10 minutes of our date or something, that I said something or he did something, and then he just realized, oh, it's not going to work out.
I see,
so it could be at any point, but I think for me, it was just like, if it wasn't a great date, then it could have ended after we took that walk around the neighborhood or something. He didn't have to initiate the dinner. So I was assuming like it's going well, and and probably was, and that's why he said he wanted to continue the date. But again, I don't know when was that point where he was like, maybe it's not going to work out.
Yeah. Well, it could have been fear and self-sabotage.
Fear or commitment.
That's true.
Could be a lot, right?
Sometimes, because sometimes people, when you get attached to something, you may have the fear of losing it, so you just back away before you can even get close to it,
Yeah.
Like some people, it's not necessarily like you did something wrong or they felt like it was something, whatever, but I literally know people where they rather back out first before coming in because the fear of me actually liking you is like, I can't do that.
Scary.
It's too scary, and everybody that I attach to leaves me, or everybody, you just never know. So then
reactive attachment disorder.
Yes.
Everything's DSM.
But it's just the not knowing. At the not knowing part, it kills.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think I did follow up, and I said something else. I was like, oh, I hope you have a good week or something, just to kind of gauge. And still nothing. But it's just like, you could have just said something, But
he had an aneurysm
for me, it's
and he
like
died.
a courtesy, out of courtesy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please tell I'm still bothered.
Can I ask you a question? How long ago was it? How long ago was it?
Oh, this
December.
was, yes.
I know.
It was December.
Okay.
Have a good memory.
Question. Have you ever ghosted somebody? No?
I will always say, I'll always be like, I'm sorry, I don't think it's going to work out or something. For me, that closure is very important.
I agree.
I want to do that for someone. And sometimes they don't even ask. They might not even care, but for me, it's like, still, I'm just going to... That's a courtesy.
And no respect for the other person.
Yeah.
Amy says, sometimes when people are dating, they're dating a few people at once, and they go with one person over another for whatever reason. She says, why I never take these things personally.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Especially because you're talking about online dating, too. So it's bound to happen.
Yeah. I've been ghosted, I don't know, maybe once or twice. I can't remember the last time. There was one time I actually had been talking to someone. This was before. I don't even know if I fully knew what she looked like. But I don't remember. I mean, it was like 15 years ago. It was a long time ago. Dating is too overrated. It's just the married lady. Oh, hi, Angie.
Hello.
Hi, Ange.
Your usual cup.
Sorry, what did you say?
Your usual cup.
Oh, yeah, because I take it everywhere.
That's funny. But yeah, it was 13 years ago. I don't remember what she looked like. I'll just put it that way. And she was supposed to come by one day. We were going to hang out all day, and no call. Never showed up. I cleaned my room.
That was a big deal.
I didn't have much back in the
I was like, that was a big deal.
I wasn't in grad school. It was 13 years ago. Now there's no cleaning. It's just like moving dirt. But anyway. But yeah, she like totally just flaked and never, I don't think she even called like afterwards to say what happened or anything. Just, now I could have been getting catfished. Who knows? I don't know.
Never know.
You know, because it's online dating.
Yeah.
And if you haven't met someone yet, you don't know what you're getting into.
Nope.
By the way, that show Catfish, I tell you,
It's amazing.
it really, I'm back watching season 1 all over again, and I'm just enjoying it. I mean, episode 1 where the blonde girl thought she was talking to a model, and it ends up being some big girl from the South, from Arkansas, who was just like, that's what you get. And it's like, I didn't do anything to you. Why are you doing this to me? It's because popular people made fun of me and called me a lesbian. Like, oh, so you're mad at them, and then you took it out on me.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Yeah,
That's not fair.
and I get it. Like, yeah, that hurts.
It's pretty normal.
No, it hasn't been 13 years since I've been on a date, you turd. Someone talking shizzle.
Wow, we put years behind that. Okay.
That was when I got ghosted, mother. Anyway.
See, I think it depends too that the level of like investment, the time that you invest in doing what you do too, and that's the part that I think makes who you are, because it's like you spent time preparing for the date, you step out from your comfort zone and do what you normally don't do, and then to get that, you know, not get reciprocated, it does feel like rejection because you, you did something different, you know, and.
What's a form of rejection?
It's a form of rejection, yeah. But again, it's a learning experience to not take it personal.
It's okay, Lil.
But took a chance, right?
You did. It's good to take a chance.
I just saw your face. I thought of your toes, and that's why I did it. I swear to God. I thought of your toes when you looked at me, and I was like, 2 L's, 10 toes.
2 L's?
Lily, L-I-L-Y.
Oh. 10 toes.
Can we see them today?
So already.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Not today.
They're dry.
Oh,
Oh my.
So weird.
Dasha says,
Hey, Dasha.
if I'm not feeling someone, I let them know. I would never ghost someone. I've been boomeranged. Too many apps out there to get catfished anymore. I don't know what boomeranged is.
Me too.
Like they ghost you and then come back?
I guess so. We all.
Go
I'm like how y'all
around.
looked at me
Yeah.
for confirmation. Like,
I don't know. Well, I had that happen.
Yeah, because boomerang,
Last
you throw
year.
it out and then it comes back.
Well, a boomerang, it comes back to you.
But
Oh.
you don't know when.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
And
true.
when it comes back, you hit you in the head.
I did, this actually happened. Well, it was going down in the middle of a show once. We were recording, and then this was back when we were just doing audio. And on my cell phone at the time, I was getting messages from a gal.
Was I aware?
Yes.
Oh, of this.
And she was sending me photos of herself. And we ended up hanging out.
Oh.
And she totally wanted to go back to the crib and, you know.
I know this girl.
Well, I barely know her anymore either.
You got to know her.
No, we did not do that.
Good job.
She was still, I don't want to give out her information like that. But anyway, she was not fully available. We'll just put it that way. And I decided not to take her up on her offer, as great as it probably would have been. And I hate condoms, but when someone's not fully available, you never know what you're getting into. And she stopped talking. She didn't respond to text messages anymore. And Boomerang the movie. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it though.
Oh,
Lily,
she meant the movie. I know the movie. I thought she meant like an actual
Yeah, I thought it was a term.
term.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you'll
Sam.
be all good. You'll be all
Well,
good.
who is she in the movie?
Oh, I'm over it already.
Oh.
Moving on.
Well, they just disappeared, and then they come back. Oh, okay. And that's what happened, where she disappeared. This is exactly what happened. Even though I basically rejected her. I rejected her advances, which I'm sure many women are not used to. Especially her. She wasn't ugly or anything. She was looking. I'm like, big fella, go get it. But yeah, so she disappeared, and then came back and then at least explained why she disappeared, but still kind of stayed distant and didn't ever want to hang out ever again. And I was like, that's probably a good idea. And then eventually I deleted her and stopped following her on Instagram and all that stuff. So, and I haven't talked to her in probably, I don't know, it's been almost a year. Mm-hmm. God, time flies.
Yep.
Still got them photos though. So if you want to see them, let me know and I can go through my email. No. You want to put my email right now?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So that was Jay Shetty. So if you guys want to see, if you guys want to follow his stuff, I posted the link to that video in the chat scroll thingy here. I know. I'm not giving details. We're good. Not yet. But if you do want to have lunch someday, I'll show you photos and tell you details.
That's very disturbing.
Big fella gonna get it.
That's very disturbing.
I'm kidding. Pray for me, Jesus.
I'll pray for you.
Thank you. 2 L's, 10 toes. And so, yeah, you guys can check out Jay Shetty. He has a lot of good videos. He had another one, I think, about... well, at least the main thing I got from one of his other videos was if you want to be in a long-term relationship, you have to shed your singleness for that dedication to that relationship. He talked about how quickly people will ditch someone if it's not working out. Like, oh, things are kind of not working out right now. Not like something major, but just like things aren't kind of working out right now. And then they just like, oh, we'll start all over. People keep starting over because they can. There's so many different ways to have options out there, whether it's internet or friend of a friend or school or work or whatever. And he's like, people aren't just dedicated anymore to just kind of keep going. If it's really not going to work out, then it's really not going to work out. But, if you guys connected at some point, then, I don't know, find that connection again and go back to that. And people, I don't think, are really fully willing to do that. I think they kind of just want to hang on to singleness while I'm in a relationship. But if you mess up even a little bit,
doing that.
Yeah.
Total cop out for fear. I know I talked about fear earlier, so that's my opinion.
You're looking for the shoe to drop.
Yeah, like you want them to mess up so that way you can go back to being single because it's safer.
Yeah.
All right. So there's another couple videos I want to share. Let me see. Why good men? Okay, so there's one from this dude named Jeremy L. Holloway. I saw this video a few weeks ago.
This video makes me laugh every time.
Should we do the whole video? I know it's like 2 minutes long.
No, I think it's just the part where he's like, yeah.
Just the acting part?
Yeah,
just the acting part, okay. So, kind of a little background. I don't know who this guy is, but I saw this video, I guess. So, sometimes I'm scrolling through Facebook and I'm watching a video and then, based maybe on what I've watched before, other videos get suggested. So like some other video I've never seen before will pop up and I'll watch it, and that's kind of what happened here, I believe. So Jeremy L. Holloway, he has a video called Why Good Men Don't Exist. And I was totally triggered when I watched this because I could relate to it so much. So we're going to watch this video. Class. Let's see. How am I? Oh, gotta move my fat hand out of the way. Okay. Hopefully I'm doing this. Is this right? What's the angle? There's the angle. I got it.
It's hard to see them.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's for them, not for you.
I know. No, not for me. I know it's not for me. I'm just saying.
It is backwards, and there's nothing I can do about that.
No, nothing. Let's just play.
All right, I got it. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. That's a wrap.
Why are you standing right here? So what you saying, Jeremy? You want to leave? That's probably what you want to do anyway.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
Look, I love you, Bianca.
it sure don't seem like it, Jeremy.
It don't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
Look, I'm trying to do everything that you asked me to do. You told me that you had a problem with my phone being locked. I unlocked my phone. You said you wanted to talk more. We started talking more. You said you wanted to go out more. We started going out more. You said you want to be more involved in our decision making. I started asking you. It seems like no matter what I do, you don't see it.
I've just been through so much.
No! You don't need to say it to me no more. I don't care what you've been through.
I know.
This is what you're going through now, Bianca.
I know.
And you will never see what kind of man I am and what I actually do. If you keep thinking about and focused on what somebody else did, I'm gone.
Jeremy!
Walk out, player. Walk out. That's good enough. And then I want to get into this one real quick, too, while I have you guys. Oh, shit. Where'd it go? Oh, Lord. Oh, no, there it is. I can just reset it. All right.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were. But to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative. Putting more effort, the same way I did. And I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back. And marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. The people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. And that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
Wow. That, to me, was such a strong, powerful message. And I can relate to it because I've been that guy who, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and tag these in the chat thing real quick. But I've been that guy who's, been asked to do this, and this because of past relationships. A girlfriend once was like, I was helping her move, and she got kind of like she really wanted me to help move because she had other boyfriends that never helped her move. And so she kind of put that on me to like make sure that she didn't feel something that like she felt before. I'm like, I was helping you move anyway. I was going to help you move. So you don't need to remind me that I need to help you move so you don't feel like how you felt before because of other guys. There's a song by Music Soul Child called Previous Cats, where he addresses that he's not Mark, Tim, Paul, and George, so don't treat me like them because I'm not them, I'm me. And if you want to see more of me, treat me as me in this context, as opposed to, well, you're not doing, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're not doing enough, or you're reminding me of them. Like, then that's on you because you're spending way too much time thinking about them,
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so I've been through a couple situations like that before where I felt like I was not appreciated enough, or not that I was asking for it, but it was almost like constant critiquing. And I realized that I've been attracting that, and that's unhealthy, of course, but now I've kind of moved on from that. And so that's the other part of that, too, is that if you find that you're dating the same type of person over and over again, then there's something in you that's attracting them that you haven't dealt with in your own life for whatever reason, whatever that thing is, that's attracting these people back to you, or attracting you to these people. Whether it's like, some type of dysfunction or something like that. Like some people can only have relationships in dysfunction because that's all they know, that's all they had. Maybe someone who's been beaten by a previous spouse or whatever like that, and then they end up finding, future boyfriend or girlfriends or whatever that also beat them. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's a repeat because there's something in you that hasn't dealt with that yet, and now you keep finding it.
You want a chance to redo it, make it work,
or to learn helplessness,
or fix them. You want to fix them? Well, I couldn't fix the other one. I'll fix this person. And I'm not talking shit on it. I'm just saying there's things within us that keep us from doing the right thing and from kind of seeing past ourselves and saying, you know what, I need to do this differently. I need to do this better.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and do something differently. What do you guys think?
I think it's like, and I get that. I sometimes I do feel bad for, just men in general, because it's like, we ask them to do something and then they do it instead of saying like, oh wow, like he did this for me and I asked him and he made this change. We're like, sometimes, we get mad because we're like, well, but I had to tell you to do it. That's why you did it. So it's like we're always like trying to attack. We are critical. I am like say. I am critical too, like in a relationship, and it's just that's part of me. I'm still trying to change. It's just like it's hard. I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to like process this because it's like it's true, you know. You can do everything, but still, there's just like something for you to critique about. Yeah. You know, something for you to find, and it comes back to you. You got to look back at yourself and see what you're doing and what you need, because he did what you asked him to do. He made that change, and that's hard. Like, props to him for doing that. Yeah. You know, it shows a lot, but yet it's not enough. What is enough?
Because he could have ignored you.
He could have ignored you, yeah. So to like acknowledge your wants or needs, and then to do it, you know, showing that you cared and everything, and then to come back and then you critiquing him with something, and then like the pattern repeats itself. And how many times can this person keep on doing that until it's just like, I'm done?
Eventually, yeah.
I think Lily's like, I think this. I'm gonna take it back a little bit and kind of stem off of both of you guys. And I've been like on this word a lot because I'm realizing that a lot of things are learned helplessness. When you talk about we kind of attract these people. Were you laughing at somewhere on there?
Actor.
Who?
Hit me with the freestyle, homegirl. Give me a beat.
No, I just, I keep going off of that word because we learn to be helpless. And we learn that through our experiences of definitely growing up. So if we see mom and dad get beat, it's learned helplessness. We just say, okay, this is what we know to be this is what a relationship is to me, and this is how I've internalized it. So by understanding that, that's the way we view the world. We see that, okay, if I'm not hollering and screaming at you, if I'm not, cursing you out, or if I'm not questioning what you're doing and how you're doing it, then that means I'm not in a relationship, and I don't know how to love you. Or excuse me, that's not love. But again, that doesn't make, you not arguing normal, which is relative. But the point that I'm getting at is, I think in that situation I can agree with both of you. And I do feel, as women, we do our males a disservice by kind of questioning every one of their moves, everything that they say, everything that they do, because it's not to our standards. But again, I think this goes back to, and some people are probably gonna fight me on this one. But I think it goes back to our male figures in our lives, and understanding how our dads, our brothers, our uncles, our grandfathers play a role in our lives, and how we interpret the world and understand what a male figure is supposed to be, and how a male is supposed to be within a relationship. And that has a strong impact on us as females, because we not only carry it over from the last relationship, but we also carry it over from childhood, and understanding, okay, was dad there? Was uncle there? Was brother there? Were these male figures healthy male figures in my life prior? Because maybe my picking meter is off because I never knew what a healthy male figure was. And the reason why I said people are going to fight me on it, because people are like, oh no, we don't go back to childhood. No, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You go back to childhood, and then you look at the instances of a healthy male role model in your life. Did you actually have a male there teaching you what's appropriate and what's not appropriate? What's acceptable, what's not acceptable? Those things are really crucial, because when it comes to picking men, that plays a huge role in it. So, yeah, we're leaning off of the last relationship because obviously we didn't learn. We didn't learn from the last relationship. Maybe we did, and we're so scorned that we didn't give ourselves time just to process and grieve. And it's that we're harping over something that what was instead of figuring out what is. It's just, I feel like there's a lot encompassed there, but I feel like a lot of it is just hurt feelings that were never dealt with. Whether it was from the past, or whether it's all of it's from the past, but I mean, whether it goes farther back into childhood, whether it happened, dates prior to meeting that guy. I don't know, but I just feel like there's a lot in that, and it's not one answer, it's multiple answers. And I think just taking a step back there to figure out, okay, how did I get here? Because wherever you're at in your season and in your life is what you're going to attract. And we don't like that, but it's figuring out ourselves first before we can go out and say, okay, this person had an issue and everything you're doing is not right. No, maybe it's you. Maybe everything you're not doing is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And I think it also goes back to, like, just self-love and value for yourself. Because it's like, they can be showing you all that love, but do you believe that? Or do you need them to show you more and more to say that you are lovable?
Yeah. It's the insecurities,
Yeah. With my client, I'm just thinking about my clients, a lot of them can't accept the love. And they keep on questioning, like, oh no, but he's doing this because of this, because of that. It's like, no, he's doing it because of you. You told him to do it, and he's making the changes. But what's stopping you from just acknowledging what he did for you and being able to accept it and just be like, thank you, and move forward with that? But yet you're choosing to be, like, stuck in this, like, phase right now. But what is it? You know, because he's doing
learn helplessness. You learn to be that way because you
never.
But
I think that's, like, self-love and value.
Yeah. No one ever taught you that.
Yeah.
Disney movies. That's true. Disney movies and childhood is what kind of shapes how relationships should be. You know, that whole damsel in distress or Prince Charming's gonna come.
Yeah.
That's not reality.
It's cultural too.
Yeah.
It's very cultural. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's cultural.
Like your culture?
Yeah, cultural, like
families and
like how you see how men, like, the roles and just
superior,
like men,
inferior.
you know, like don't you know, look at his actions, like he has to show you a lot more, like don't trust him right away, you know, put him to the test. You know, there's this whole thing of like you gotta test the man, you gotta test him, you gotta train him, you gotta do all this again. It's like that's a lot of pressure.
That's bad. That's bad habits. That's
it's
what
just
bad
like
rituals, bad teachings, bad habits passed down.
Testing them.
Like
what,
why?
You know?
Yeah. I read a tweet from someone I'm following on Twitter a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was so interesting. She said, whoever she was, she said something to the effect of, I gave my boyfriend blue balls for 3 months and he never once pressured me into having sex. Then one girl responded to her and said, oh my God, me too, same thing. And I said, so you guys basically were testing them to see if they were, like, loyal enough? For, like, why would you test that? Why not just not do that? Yeah. That's a dick, I mean, literally it's a dick move. But yeah, it's like, don't do that to someone, that's mean. You know, it's like me coming up to women like, I'm gonna flick your nipples, but I'm not gonna let you do anything. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Because some girls like that, yeah.
Okay.
This show is not for children.
No.
I just don't think she needed to express that on. Neither one of them needed to
on Twitter.
That on there because teach his own, but I just feel like they didn't need to express that.
But ultimately, I mean, the whole thing is about testing and like unnecessary testing. Like that's just like you're testing him to see if he's going to press you into having sex. But the more you're doing this to him, you're kind of making him pressure you at some point. So it's almost like if he did, I wouldn't blame him. If you jumped off his lap and didn't grind on him, then he probably wouldn't have done that either. You know, he probably would have been like, hey, we're having a good time getting to know one another, and it's wholesome and it's pure, you know.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
yeah, and you have to question, what's the point of this test? Like, if it's that, is it a trust thing?
Mm-hmm.
Because what is the underlying, right?
Motive and intent.
And
what you're doing.
Yeah, what are you
Sounds like control.
Yeah,
it goes back to insecurities too.
Yeah, insecurity.
Like, oh, is he just going to like me for my body? So I'm going to test him with my body to see how much he likes me.
Because that's what we put. That's what we put our identity in.
I'm going to be a horrible therapist.
You know, it's
you
like,
did what? Why?
I noticed with
that's okay. Challenge.
Yeah, I noticed with a lot of my girls, they have a lot of issues with trust and control because so many things in their lives. Yeah, trust and control. Yeah, and because a lot of the things in their lives they were unable to control, and they feel like okay, that's like we talk about cutters when you have kids in school, they cut. Why? Because they can control that pain, and they can control that feeling. And it's like a lot of times when you're in an environment where you haven't been able to control that and someone has been controlling you, you're always constantly trying to figure out how can I control and manipulate the situation all the time. And you lose trust in people when they consistently let you down. So it's like if you've been let down several times in the past, and this person didn't do what they said they was going to do, you kind of define that for every person that you meet. That, okay, they're not going to do that what they said they were going to do, and they're going to let me down, just like the next person, just like the next person, just like the, like it's just, and you become, immune to that. So you test everybody else because of your own personal insecurities.
And you're waiting. Because when you test something, you got to wait. Do you what they're going to do? It's 50-50. What are they going to do? And it's just like,
and yet you like pushing me away and pushing me away and pushing me away, and you don't even see it. You don't see it. Because it's your own stuff being projected out there onto somebody else.
I like waving at people. That's my job. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so those two videos, especially the first one, where you got to see him acting it out and everything like that. And then actually just both of them combined really just is what triggered me to want to post these and kind of share them, because I think people do, and it's not even just, I don't want to just put this on women because that's not fair. I think there are guys out there too
it's reciprocated. It's back and
who
forth.
can put that on their relationships and put that on women and say, hey, I need you to be this type of female, or this kind of thing. What's
is that a good thing, or I don't know? So.
We think all day. That's the problem.
Well, they got master's degrees. Extra. What do you want? What do you want?
Wait, what's up, Chris? Who was Chris?
I don't know who Chris is.
Who's
I didn't see a Chris in there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it's just one of those things where you look at those and you say, what is keeping that individual from seeing the goodness in the other person? And that sometimes is just really deep, obviously, to get into, but
you don't see it in yourself.
Yeah. You have to appreciate people, and maybe some people don't personally feel appreciated themselves, or they don't really like themselves very much, so they have to.
Self-love.
Yeah.
You can prove, the guy can prove all they want, but still you're gonna be like, nope, because the internal message is that I'm deserving. I feel I'm unloved, and it's just, they can't get across to you unless you're like, no, I'm accepting this love, or I want this love, and really be ready to take all of that in, because it's there, like the facts or the evidence is there, but it's whether or not you choose to see it.
And plus, this is not an interview series where we break this up in stages and we figure out if you pass this first part, let's go to the second part. You pass that part, let's go to the third part. Like, these are actual, this is people's lives, and it's people's emotions and all of that put on the line. And because yours is, I wouldn't say screwed up, that's a bad word. I would say because you are emotionally not dysregulated. I'm trying to use my words very properly. That's not okay for you to project it onto others. It happens, but it's
like, I need you to fix this for me because I don't know what I'm doing.
Exactly, and it's just like, but we need to go take the necessary steps to get our help. But if we don't know we need help, then we're just, thinking it's everybody else, because it's good to just put it on you and to not be on us, because we can't look at our own stuff.
Yeah.
We would hate to sit in our own feelings, man. We would hate to look at our own reality, because our reality is rooted in our perceptions is rooted in our reality. So
Extras over here dropping knowledge. Suppression or insecurity can dig deep. Don't let it ruin your life. You are stronger than that. Living happy is the meaning of life. Well, thank you, sir, for dropping that knowledge. We appreciate that. I've known Extras since 9th grade, I think. That was a million years ago. I was 43 in 9th grade. Is that from Mulan?
Adele.
Oh.
Mulan? Why Mulan?
Is that racist?
Not at all.
Mulan.
But I love
That was a good
Mulan.
movie, though. That was a good movie.
I didn't like it that much.
On the colors of the wind.
I'm still watching for the freestyle. All right, check it. Hey yo. We got Xer. We're gonna check her. Just kidding.
I will say that.
So I remember the last time we had our show. I had a gift that I shared, and hello to Shonda, that I shared, and it's not here.
Is a jar? Question jar? Question.
I didn't give that to you?
Uh-oh.
Where's it at?
Word.
I don't know, but someone better find it.
No, it's probably still sitting in my car waiting for you to take it. It's been in my car the whole time.
Conversation starter.
So, I had to Google some other
I have it, and I told you it was in my car. You've seen me like 50 times after that.
You got a reminder, brother. You know I'm 43. I don't remember shit.
Did you ask me one time? I was like, yeah, it's in my car. He was like, all right.
Chris and
Are you
Sam,
sure about that, Sam?
I don't think they're in here.
That's questionable. Chris was it, yeah.
Oh, good
Chris
men
is
do
a
exist.
good
Oh, I thought he was
yeah.
talking about
But
something
they
else.
say cough, cough.
Chris and Sam.
I don't know who they are.
You know Sam? Oh, no,
No.
Sam's my friend, yeah. Sam and
I don't know everybody.
They're my friends.
Oh, okay. Hi, guys, or guy, or whatever.
Guys, yeah.
So, anyway, we got some other random questions. You guys want to ask me random questions from the guy?
Sure.
This is the guy section. You guys can scroll through and
This is the guy section?
yeah, this
There's
is random question to ask a guy, and then I'll randomly pick one from the girl, and then I'll ask you each. So,
I think this is... What is the ugliest vegetable?
that's a good question.
What's the what?
Ugliest vegetable.
The ugliest vegetable. What are vegetables? Just kidding.
Oh, wait. They're not
actually
fruits. It's different from fruits. I'm thinking...
Bananas. Just kidding.
There's tomatoes.
Nope, that's a fruit.
Oh,
Seeds are inside.
This is... Next question.
No, I can actually answer this. I want to say probably rutabaga.
What?
I don't know what that is, though. It just sounds ugly.
It
Sounds like a girl from the hood.
I wouldn't even...
Is rutabaga home?
Yes, queen.
Move on.
Move on.
Will you move my lawn?
What?
That's stupid. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Okay, ask me a different question.
I want to see the question. Stop scrolling for a second.
I'm not looking at them. I'm just...
If you could fit your whole life into one picture, what would it look like?
One picture?
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
I was like,
Too long.
I've actually seen this photo before.
Mona Lisa?
No. And I think it's kind of how I feel currently and probably how I felt for a long time. Thank God for therapy. It would be the guy who's got the strong legs and he's got the strong back and he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders.
oh yeah,
Like the earth?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
But he's like this, right? Carrying it.
He's leaning over just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Like he's
Okay.
hunched over.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that, well, through my own personal therapy, I'm always trying to take care of everyone else and not myself.
That's heavy.
It is.
Heavyweight.
It's heavy like the earth. Get it? All right.
Mm-hmm. We got it.
All right.
All doing.
I'm going to ask you guys a question. Let's see. All right. This one's for Lily.
Our viewers went down.
What food do you crave most often?
Oh my God.
Ooh. Chocolate?
I would say crawfish.
Crawfish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boiled
It's
crab.
It's honestly
believe
it's either
that.
Boiled
crawfish
crab.
or Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I believe
It's
that.
always between those
Korean
two.
barbecue.
And
Maybe
there
call
was
Josh.
I
okay.
eat those every day.
Actually, see, if I don't think about it, then I'm okay. But if I think about it and I get it, it's like the next day I don't want it again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. Crawfish is fun,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it's about the experience too. Because when you eat crawfish, when you dip, and then you're like, and you're like talking. It's about the experience.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. Because if it was peeled, like if somebody peeled the crawfish for me, I would like it.
It would be unfun. Yeah.
Unfun.
Unfun.
I like
All right, Ashley, this one for you. What is the absolute worst movie you have ever seen?
Titanic.
No. Good movie.
Frozen.
Rose.
Oh, everyone's going to get me on this one.
Halloween.
No. It's that romantic movie everyone loves with Ryan Gosling in it.
Oh,
Is
The
it Lola?
Notebook.
I
Oh,
fucking
The
hate
Notebook,
that
okay.
movie. Like, I do not
I
like
fell asleep.
See?
I never finished that movie.
I literally turned it on for the first 5 minutes, saw the credits, and said I'm done, and turned it off. I just
It's so
cannot.
You
slow.
guys hate
It
white
is.
people so much. You guys are
Wow,
you're
that's
so
ridiculous.
slow.
racial.
Hey, but there
real
was
quick.
a scene in the beginning, the one where like I think they were at like a street light, like a stoplight or something. They were just like laying there. I was like, that's so cute.
It's so
Yeah,
Mhm.
wait for a car to come by.
It's so cliche.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Joey Perez. Your man, Joey.
Who's Joey?
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
You forget a lot.
I know who Joey is. 'Cause I snapped on Joey. That's why I know who Joey is.
Oh, yeah.
She did.
Hi, Joey. I'm not snapping on you tonight. Don't say anything out of pocket.
No.
All right.
So young.
Here we go. Pick.
Oh, Knight's still young.
Did you ask me one last time?
I did.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a question already.
What behaviors make you think a person is creepy? This is interesting.
That's actually, you know what? There was a guy.
Toes, huh? They're toes.
No, that's different. Because you have sexy ass toes. Let me see, girl.
Who? Oh. What?
You move on. I'm gonna get hit later. Yeah, there was this dude on my old Facebook page. This was 4 or 5 years ago. We went to the same high school, but not at the same time. And we had some of the same friends, but he was like 5 or 6 years behind me. But anyway,
Wow.
so, but I think I kind of knew him a little bit. So randomly, he would hit up girls in my friends list.
On your Facebook?
In my Facebook friends list. He was on my Facebook friends. He was on my Facebook friends. But he would go through and look for women to hit on. And they would hit me up and say,
Do you know
who's
that?
so-and-so?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, why do you ask? They're like, this guy's been sending me messages.
Creepy.
And I had to tell him, I'm like, dude, you need to stop. He said, well, it's okay because they're not telling me to stop. I'm like, I'm telling you to stop because they're bothered by it. And they're telling me. So I'm telling you to stop. Like, but they're not telling me to stop.
Oh, man, he doesn't get it.
Okay. Either stop or I will block you. Okay, cool. So how you doing? Fuck off. Like, you never asked how I'm doing before. So what are you going to ask now? It was.
You said twice. What does that mean? Sorry.
He probably said hi.
Snapped on him twice.
Oh, I did, Joey. I'm sorry, Joey.
Hey, I'm like Michael Jordan right now. Hitting threes.
I'm sorry, Joey. We're going to be friends. That's what we are.
No, you're not.
We're going to be friends.
That is creepy. That's just
Isn't that kind of creepy?
violation.
Like, would you want one of your guy friends going through and, like, hitting up your people? Like, yeah.
Not going through the list like that.
Yeah.
But like, I was going through your list and I find this girl attractive or something.
Yeah, I've done it
that's
before where I
different.
was going through for something else. Like, I was looking for people I went to high school with, and I was like,
yeah.
she is hot.
But it's not, let's just go through the list and then message and then see what I get.
Yeah.
Type of stuff,
Yeah,
that is a little.
Yeah.
And for them to raise their concerns to you also.
Yeah.
Then that's like,
It was only like 2 or 3, but even still, it was like, Joey, what did you do to deserve that?
Who is that?
I don't know. Does Sam know Joey?
No, that's how Sam is.
That's so funny.
Sam, you know me well. Just kidding.
It's so funny.
He's like, he knew he deserved it.
All right, Ashley, ask me the question.
Stop.
Okay, pick.
No, I'm not doing that one. No, I think we went over this section. Yeah, go down.
This is like asking a woman, what do you want to eat?
No, for me it's quick.
I know.
Crawfish.
Okay, so what are you really happy about being terrible at?
Wait, what? Oh, what are you really happy about being terrible at? That's such a weird question.
That is.
I know.
That's a really weird question. Ask me another one. Doesn't even make any sense.
What do you
what am I terrible at that makes me happy? That doesn't.
Wait,
No.
let me see. What
are you really happy about?
Where's the question?
Being terrible at?
What are you really happy?
Like I'm so happy I'm terrible at singing.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not real, but anyway.
It's like a blessing.
No, I get it.
Yeah. So what did you think you were good at,
terrible at
but are
being-
actually quite
Terrible
bad
at being gay. I'm happy about that.
You're happy about? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's dumb, though. I mean, that's.
What did you think?
No, ask me something else. We're getting out of that section. That's.
Oh, then scroll up because we were already in this section. Okay.
Thursday.
Fashionista.
Okay. What was the last thing that you fixed?
Computer.
He always give these questions where he's like,
I think it was my laptop battery.
Yeah, I suppose. I said my computer.
It was disconnected, and I thought it was actually breaking. And I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta buy a new one, and this thing's gonna die before.
Going to go through those Facebook list now in
That was really the
the
worst.
fashion that has her
Mm-hmm.
unfriend me, starts messaging mustache.
Starts massaging mustache and diabolical. Oh.
Alright, I'm deactivating my Facebook.
I'm gonna ask me a question instead of Ashley asking me a question.
well, you didn't have no... Oh, shut up, Ashley, because I'm the one that got the damn jar in the car.
Yeah, just own your shit, Ashley. Just own your shit.
In there?
Who in the movie business seems the most down to earth? That's a good question. Thank
For
you.
Ashley.
No, I'm asking myself.
Oh!
I heard Chris Rock is pretty down to earth.
He seems like it.
yeah.
Someone, I heard a story once. I don't know. I think someone like worked for Verizon or something like that, or Mac or whatever.
Well, if they do, just let them get my number so
And-
we can figure out this Verizon stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. So
Just eat them. I'll go
Chris had to.
Good.
Chris had to call one day and get his thing fixed, and
No!
and he was like cracking jokes like a normal person, like just talking, to the Verizon person or whoever it was. Hi, Michelle Duffy. Which reminds me of my sleep study last night. So the lady had to put like the little suction things on me, whatever, to plug them in. You guys saw my pictures. I'm not posting them on Facebook. And I lifted my shirt. I asked her, I was like, you ever seen a six-pack like this? And it just rolls and rolls.
I'm just like...
It's not rolls.
That's courageous.
It's not rolls.
That's a
It's
Mulan
Korean?
move.
It's Korean?
That's a Mulan
courageous.
move.
It's Korean.
I thought it was funny. I like people to laugh. I want people to laugh when I go to a restaurant. I don't want the server to think that it's just like, okay, you're just gonna do your business. Like, no, dude, I'm gonna make you laugh. Every time when me and my buddies would go to Tilted Quilt, we'd end up having a conversation with the servers about hip hop or about this or about that or whatever. Just because.
That's fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's down to earth, and I'm famous.
Of course. We have 2 people watching.
200 million people watching.
Yeah. Get to finish my sentence.
Jack Black. Oh, he might be down to earth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would hang with him. I would.
He looks like the kind of dude, though, that if he has one too many,
He's done.
you need to leave before he does. But if he leaves before you, he's probably going to lay on top of your car, naked
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. All right, last couple questions, then we're going to end the show. Then we're going to get the hell out of here so I can go home and watch wrestling.
And I can go to sleep.
Yes, we can go to sleep.
My toes can finally relax.
Not before I'm done with them.
Alright, last question.
Lather them up.
That sounds dry as hell.
I'm like an alligator from Rampage. Not a very good movie, by the way.
I told you.
Shut up, it was Movie Pass. By the way, Movie Pass now, you have to sign up for 3 months of iHeartRadio, and you only get 4 movies for free per month now. That's it.
I don't know what
The
that is.
scam.
Dude, it is the stupidest idea. I'm like, wait a second. So you went from giving away 30 movies a month, 31 movies a month, basically, 1 movie a day.
Oh, he has to announce he's back. Okay.
Movie Pass went
I didn't
from
notice you were gone.
Joey's hilarious.
went from a movie a day, a movie every 24 hours, to the new offer to be 4 movies a month, and you get 3 months of iHeartRadio at $30 a month.
Tell me how that makes you feel.
Or $30 for 3 months. I don't care for myself because I'm good.
Light.
Yeah.
But for people who want to sign up, I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's crazy.
Are you still under the old contract?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere until they start to change stuff. Then I'll be like, all right, fine, I'll just download movies from now on. But yeah, man, I'm just like, that is why
Yeah.
iHeartRadio. It's iHeartRadio.
Like all the good hits or something.
Who cares? Because there ain't no good hits.
All the good hits.
I don't even...
Ain't no good hits no more.
Or something. Yeah, man. That's weird.
So,
they're just trying to find.
I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, all right. So, Lily, good question for you. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Whose advice do you always listen to?
What?
Whose good advice do you always listen to?
I think you're good. I don't know. Oh, this is for
There's a lot.
I won't be offended if you don't tell me. It's fine.
My baby mama.
No.
On the bottom. Let it go. Answer the question. Whose advice do you... Who? You listen to Ashley? Who else?
It's hard because it's like you always listen to.
Okay, generally.
No.
Generally. How about that?
Everyone that I ask. I do
see
take
that,
it to heart. Everyone that I ask.
Do you not
because
trust yourself?
I go to them. No. What do you mean?
Huh.
I don't trust myself.
Why can't you just answer your own? Why can't you just... Why do you have to go to other people? Why don't you just go to yourself?
You need feedback sometimes outside of your own.
I trust you.
I do.
Don't let them get in your head, girl. It's a question.
Not...
in there.
No.
You're beautiful.
I have my own
So
thoughts about
intelligent.
it, but I do go to others. You know, I go to others because it's just interesting to get another perspective, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's like, okay, to confirm like what I'm thinking. But then other times it's just like, what do you think? What would you do in this situation? Or, you know. But I take it to heart. Like whoever I go to, obviously I trust that person.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I go to them to begin with.
Yeah.
So definitely
That makes sense.
Yeah, I take something out from what they say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
So whether that be Ashley or Kingman.
You never asked me
I
for
know.
nothing. Get out of here.
Do you want me to?
No.
A stranger so they can't judge you.
A therapist.
I know I don't fall on the advice meter. That's Sam. He said I know I don't fall on the advice meter.
All right.
All right, we've had
This totally applies to you.
Okay.
What is your dream car that you're going to be buying instead of driving the car that you have currently? What?
I feel like you played me in the midst of that. Like, okay, like, cause my dream car.
Mm-hmm. That you're going to be buying after you decide to not have this car anymore.
Okay, so I have two things. One, my dream car is a Range Rover.
Ooh!
I wanted a burnt orange Range Rover with like
I gotta show you a video I saw last night.
tinted windows in the back. But anyway,
It's really cool.
but my like lifetime dream car, I love muscle cars. So a Mustang Cougar.
That fits with you.
That's me. I like muscle cars. That's like up my alley. So they're fast, they're strong, they're powerful.
Mm-hmm, that's me.
Just like I like my bed.
Fast, strong, and powerful.
Yep.
Muscle car.
What did you say?
There's this video I saw last night. Oh, it's 10 minutes long.
Oh, he said like a Porsche. I just got it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Rhymes with Porsche.
Rhymes with Lord. That's funny.
Sam, only you.
I know Sam comes up with all these.
Like random stuff.
So you said Range Rover. There's this video I saw last night.
A Range
Oh my
Rover.
god, look at that road.
There's a Dragon Challenge to drive. So they have this.
Oh my god.
Range Rover did this challenge. I think is it in China? I'm not exactly sure.
What, that's Great Wall of China?
No, I think it's. God, look at this. I mean, look at this road. This road is insane. If you guys go to Land Rover's page on YouTube, type in the Drive Range Rover Sport Dragon Challenge. Holy cow, you'll see how long this course is and all this kind of stuff. And so it starts off and this guy's driving the Range Rover and it's just, you're going down the road. Was that, is everything okay? Okay, we're good. Just making sure my thing has enough. But it's a very difficult drive. It's obviously not meant to be driven. It's meant for walking. Oh, actually, no, sorry. There's a point where he goes from driving on street to driving upstairs. And it's nuts. And you're like, there's no way.
This car can do that?
Right. And I don't know if they souped it up a little bit. Matter of fact.
But it's a sport now, like, so it's probably a different type of sport.
Look at the inside of the car.
Yeah, here it is. Look at this. Jesus, look at this. Here's a great part, okay? It's like a minute 10 seconds in. So he goes up the stairs, and then he backs up the other part of the stairs.
Freaking Sam's stupid. I'm
and
sorry.
then...
Why is it? You just described...
Spartan Ashley from the movie 3,300. And then this guy, I mean, if you look at the angle in which he's going up these stairs, I mean, it kind of just gets you're almost like vertical. It's insane that this vehicle was able to do that.
If he crashes, he would die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to stop that momentum from, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Look at this.
It's just going.
That is so steep.
And usually your car would, like, just fall back. Especially that long in that direction.
So it has to have enough horsepower and enough speed consistently. Like, you can't brake it.
No, it has to have consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The whole time. I thought it was an awesome commercial.
No, it was. But it's a sport, so I wonder if they made this sport car different from, like, a
It's
lot
almost
of
like
other
bouncing.
sport cars.
Like, it bounces
Yeah.
up the stairs. It's
Oh,
not just going like
Tiananmen, Mountain, China. Okay. So it's in...
And it has to have good grip, too.
Yep,
Tires,
that's great.
like,
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Grip
Great
has
point.
to be good.
And I wonder if they actually
It
altered
doesn't
any
even
of
seem
it.
like he was, like, I wonder if he was really pressing that hard on the gas.
Yeah,
It looked like he was going maybe
the bounce
20 miles an hour.
The tires
Maybe?
look different.
Huh?
Looked like he was going maybe
it
20
did
miles an
look-
hour.
Yeah.
no
But
way.
his tires looked a
Killing.
little different, though. They looked a little bit more bouncy,
They're
like you were
bouncy,
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a really
Has to be
cool
designed
commercial.
for it, too, but still, that's amazing.
But it's a sport car, so I think they thought about that. They made it more racer-esque.
Look at that. Look how, like, you disappear into Jesus the higher up you go.
Look at that.
That is so crazy. Oh,
Like,
man.
even the way he's steering, it seems like the car is just going, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's
Yeah.
good, stable. It's
See,
not
the
just, like,
tires
shifting
even
like
look
this.
different.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mm. If he crashes, he will die. Ha ha ha. It's too crazy. I'm adding. Look at
And,
that.
and the impact of when it goes down like this, you know, he would be like hitting his head if it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely comfort. There has to be a balcony.
But
Almost
even the
like
tires
bus.
look different, though. Yeah.
How cool, though. How cool is that?
Yes, a Range Rover. Burnt
Yeah.
orange Range Rover.
So-
Rustic
Make
like.
goosebumps.
Matter of fact,
Show.
I'm gonna go ahead and post this in the chat thing for you guys if you guys want to see this cool car commercial. I spelled that right? I did. Oh, Jackie came back. Hi, Jackie. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining us. I have a little side thing I'm going to be doing soon. What is that red thing? Oh, that's to say I'm live. I was wondering what my icon was. I'm like, why is it? Oh, that's me. I have a little side thing I'm going to be doing with someone else in a few weeks because we're crazy and we're probably going to be really, really, really ratchet. Oh, here I am. So I don't know when that will be, but I'll give you guys a heads up as to when that will be, and then I'll tag people and stuff, and that'll be fun. And then when do you guys want to come back and do this?
Yep.
Another month?
No.
We got
See.
What did it say?
May 15th.
What did it say? I'm saying?
We'll see.
The Dragon Road looks bomb as hell.
Keep
That's-
you posted.
He's talking about the thing I...
It does. It
Supposed-
does.
Special guest. I'm only supposed to come on like once a year.
Oh, well, then we'll see you next year, mother...
Well, excuse
Kidding.
me.
Well, you've been on 3 times now.
Yeah. I have. It's been fun.
So you
It's
don't
very
want
interesting.
you don't want to hang out with us anymore?
No, it doesn't mean that. Just keep me posted. Gosh, it's not that serious.
Keep you posted. Well, don't schedule anything for May 15th.
Can make promises.
See? You don't want to do this.
No.
Just be honest.
No.
You don't want to be honest?
No.
What did I do to make you mad?
May
Tell
15th,
me.
Let me see. No.
You don't want to tell me what I did to make you mad?
No.
God, it's like I'm dating you.
So
No. Perfect for this
Just say
show.
that's fine.
It's cool.
That's saying that's fine.
May 15th? That's first day of Ramadan.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Why do you know that?
Oh,
It
no, it's
says
on
in
my
the
phone.
calendar.
Oh, I'm like, why do you even know that?
You didn't know she's Hungarian?
Okay, so he said the 15th.
Yes.
What is the next topic going to be about?
I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure out something by then and make people mad in the meantime.
Make me real mad.
Oh, yeah, I made people mad last week about deadbeat dads, and I think people misunderstood what I was saying.
Maybe we need to have Sam on the show because he's very in tune. He would actually be really in tune.
Can we have 4?
We can have that. 2 guys, 2 girls.
I know. Well, we'd have to probably back this up a little bit.
That dragon.
Sam, do you want to go on the show?
Road looks like a what? A scene from a film. If you.
No, but
if you have Fast
Sam.
and Furious with Kim
You
Kung
have
Fu
Sam.
Panda.
You'd have to have Jordan.
Just kidding.
Not having 5 people.
I'll be the background.
Yeah, you can not.
Remember what
no,
Dare
you can just
taught
not
us
be
growing
here.
up?
What? I totally forgot what Dare.
The Dare program.
Don't do drugs.
The only thing I remember is the T-shirt that I got from Dare.
I used to get a little bear. Dare bear.
All right.
Okay.
We're done.
Good
We'll see you guys
night.
next month.
Sam, let us know if you want to come.
But me and someone else will be here in a couple weeks. Not here, but live on here.
Doing what? Sam, hurry up before we close out.
Being ratchet. All right, Sam, you can respond on the thing and we'll read it later. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
God bless.
Bye.
Fuck yeah.